Thank you for watching this short video, which is titled Empowering the Heart to be Free. Recently, I was guided by my Master Jesus to write his words, not mine, about spiritual culling. And obviously that sent some shockwaves through our community, the members of the Teo community, thinking that Brother Sean had well and truly lost it. And maybe I have, maybe I've not. But I've always seen the ministry that God has given to me as a precious gift, one that could not be misused or abused or tainted by my ego. And this short video is an explanation of why it is so important for hearts to be empowered to go free. We are in a pivotal time of our spiritual evolution as enlightened beings of love. Most recently, yesterday, the 12th of December, a significant day for the divine feminine aspect of God, for they opened the sacred ley lines in Guadeloupe, where Mother Mary allowed the vortex of divine light and love to empower the earth and all earthlings and all humans to come back to their heart. Because so many are still in third dimensional energy, which is a dense negative energy, where the soul is almost castigated because of the mind, which is ruling the hearts of God's children. And Mother Mary with Kuan Yin, with Gaia, Isis, and Magdalena did something very profound on the 500th anniversary of Mother Mary's second apparition at Guadeloupe, where she brought love and peace. And the reason, I guess, for that apparition and the return yesterday was to empower hearts to come back to their I am presence. So many souls today who say they are beings of love and beings of light, but in their heart they nurture anger and fear. And when the divine speaks with them, many are ignoring what is given in love. And some are even questioning what the divine has given to them. But that is their egoic personality, not their heart. So I would like to share with you what 2012 really means for me. It's about self-empowerment. It's about taking back the power that I gave to my ego to rule my life and compromise my heart. And 2012 is not about another year in the calendar. It's an important time for all of us who are children of God to come back to our heart and embrace Christ's consciousness, which is a heart consciousness. And today, many men and women in the monastic life, in different faith groups, and in society, will receive an important message from the cosmic Christ. Many have already received that message, even the religious leaders of the world, to come back to their heart. And they can choose to stay where they are and ignore that and carry on as normal. Many will live in fear. Many will be afraid to take back their power from those who have abused them, controlled them. I know that if I were still in the monastic order and I listened to my heart, I would be set free. from negativity and fear, fear of guilt, fear of going to hell as a Catholic Christian. 2012 is about setting us free so that we can come back to the I Am Presence, the Supreme Father, Mother, God, and surrender our heart in love. But if we struggle with ego and process everything through the mind, then whatever is shared from the Supreme, one will react intensely. One will look for a scapegoat and blame another rather than face their greatest fear. That is inevitable. So my doing this is honoring my heart by my Master, who's asking me to explain that this is a time worthy of beings of light, children of God, to listen to their heart, to honor their heart, whatever the heart is saying, and act on it. Take responsibility for your life. You could be in a loveless marriage or relationship where you are deeply unhappy and unfulfilled and not living a lived life. This is the time to listen to your heart and follow it. And if you are in holy orders and unhappy, this is your time to be released. If you are a member of an organization or a spiritual community such as the Teo community of St. Francis or any other spiritual community, and you sense in your heart, not in your head, in your heart, that God is inviting you to do other things with your life, then you have a choice to follow that or ignore it. My advice would be not to ignore it, but to step out in faith and walk the solitary path in trust that the company of heaven will guide you. But in our society today, there are those who lead and those who like to be led. Most recently, when I had to resign my role as the founder through ill health, it created a ricochet, a ripple effect in the community, where some were holding me to account because they had joined and stayed because of me. That is so silly. I follow Christ and have surrendered my heart and life to Christ because that's what my heart has guided me to do. But I do not expect other people to follow my example, and nor do I expect them to latch on to my every word, because this is my journey and your journey is personal to you. But I would say this: please listen to your heart. There may not be another time for us to be given such spiritual wisdom as this, because in a matter of days, the 21st of December 2012, the Piscean era ends, an era of fear and negativity that have held the children of God in third dimensional energy. But beings of light are coming through on a daily basis from God to raise us up, to empower us, to listen to our heart, and not to be focused on what other people think of us, and not to look for scapegoats because we are in denial of our truth. So this time, the Cosmic Christ is empowering us with the help of the Divine Feminine aspect of God to come back and reawaken the I Am Presence within us. And by letting go of all negativity and come into fifth dimensional energy, which is love and peace and joy, and living the spiritual life as it should be lived, devoid of self-gratification and self-adulation. The mind is a gift from God, but if the mind is not controlled and disciplined through prayer and penance and fasting, then it will run riot with us, and we will end up becoming wounded soldiers. Isn't it best to just listen and not give yourself a tough time by beating yourself up? Embrace your heart. Be free. Be free.